are. Got a good little presentation today on LinkedIn. I'm going to kind of keep it short, but I'm going to give you two very specific things I want you to review over the next few days that I think are going to really help your profile and really help your what I call social media system, where you're actually doing things on a consistent basis to improve your agency. So today we are going to review the summary section of your profile, really the most important part of the entire profile. And then we're going to talk about sending out what I would call a pre-written message when you connect with people. And you want to try to get into a system where every time you're connecting with somebody, you have this message saved on your computer that you can easily just copy and paste and send it out to them, and obviously drive them to your website and also let people know exactly what you do and how you help them. So the first thing we want to talk about is the summary. And as you can see on my profile, it's the first thing people see. I find that probably 80% of all insurance agents out there really have not set it up correctly. And you know, in the end of the day, it makes the profile look a little less professional. So what you want to do is, one, go to your profile, and in the upper left here, click Profile and click Edit Profile. And you will see that there is a little edit button, and I'll try to get my highlighter out here, little edit button right above the summary section. And that's where you're going to click, and it's going to allow you to actually edit the content there. So if you click on that, it just opens up a little box where you can type. And people always ask me, well, what should I write there? I'm not really sure. It doesn't have to be very long. It can be very simple. But I want to make sure that everyone has these 3 points. One, you need to identify who your target market is. What types of clients do you help? And again, common thing with insurance agents, we help everybody. Well, on LinkedIn, you don't help everybody. I want you to figure out who your target market is, the people that really make you money, that really make you profitable. Pinpoint them in that message. So who do you help? Then the second thing I want you to put on there is how you help them and why you are unique. All right? So again, one of the most common write-ups I see is someone will write, hey, I own Bob's Insurance. We're a full-service insurance agency. We help you with auto, home, life, business, and health. Call us today for a free quote. That's what I always seem to see. And when I usually talk to Bob, we'll call him Bob, right? He always tells me, well, yeah, we do everything, but we really want to get, you know, restaurant owners, you know, liability insurance. That's our main focus. So my point is think of LinkedIn as an online resume. Think of yourself as trying to interview to get these people as clients. It's great that you can be general, but that's the point of your website. Your website's going to tell these people everything you do. What you should think of is trying to design the profile to really focus on your perfect client so that you can get those people. So that's why, one, you want to pinpoint them. Two, you want to be very specific on how you help them and why your agency is unique. Very, very important. It can be a sentence or two, but that can really be the difference. And then three, even more importantly, how can they request your help? So you kind of say, hey, look, you know, Bob's Insurance specializes in working with restaurant owners. We're unique because we have, you know, 2 specific liability products that can keep you, you know, risk-free in the long term. Please visit bobsinsurance.com. Email me at bob, you know, at whatever, or give me a call at 973 blah, blah, blah. So those are the 3 key components here, guys. What types of clients do you help? How can they, you know, why are you unique, and how can they request your help? If you have those 3 components in your profile, I think you're going to be better off. And I try to do that myself. I kind of pinpoint who I help. I say flat out why we're unique, and I give them obviously my email address. That's how I want them contacting me. And you know, I get quite a few referrals off of that. So that's an important part of the setup. Take your time this weekend, look at that, and make sure it's designed correctly. So the next aspect of the presentation today is I want to talk about setting up what we'll call a thanks for connecting message. Now that doesn't need to be the title of the message, but I think it's really important to be doing this on a consistent basis. And, you know, one of the most common questions I get from agents is, you know, I have a LinkedIn profile. I don't really do anything with it. It's there. You know, what should I be doing? And most importantly, they always say, who should I be connecting with? I get a lot of connection requests. Should I accept them all? Should I reject them? In my opinion, you probably want to accept all of them. Okay, and we've kind of talked about this in the past where when you connect with someone, that becomes distribution. It's like they go into your database, no matter if they're a potential client, an ally, a neighbor, an old college friend. You know, you can always figure a way out to use that distribution later on. So step one is to accept all connections, unless you think the person is just a spammer. Two, you want to have what I would call a pre-written message. So what does that mean? What that means is you know, you're sitting at work, you're working along, you get an email. Johnny Smith wants to connect with you on LinkedIn. Okay, so that triggers you to come into LinkedIn, and up here, this message box or this flag will probably have like a little highlight. It'll say like 1 next to it. You'll go there, and you'll accept the person connecting with you, okay? So then the next step is to go to Network and click on Contacts, okay? And if you go to Contacts, it's going to bring up all the people you're connected with. And if you select this recent conversation and select New, it's going to pull up all the people you've just connected with. So you can then go in, and so let's say I just connected with this guy, Russ. You put a check next to Russ and hit Message. And this is where the pre-written message comes into play. You should have it saved on your computer, on your desktop. I like to do it in Microsoft Word just because I know Microsoft Word always works. And you kind of just go in. You should be copying and pasting it and going right to that message and boom, putting it right in, sending it out. So my point is step one is we want to get into a system. What are we doing on a consistent basis? But even more importantly, when we're doing this stuff, we are not wasting time. We are executing this stuff in under 30 seconds. So important. I mean, there's too many guys out there that tell me, oh, I tried to play around with LinkedIn yesterday. Next thing you know, I spent 3 hours. No, 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 no. That's a recipe for getting burned out and getting no results. You want to do this stuff really efficiently, really quickly. And that's the whole point of having this message written. You know, you're going to go through it, you make sure it's polished, you make sure it's the way you want it to be read, and then, you know, you just copy and paste it. You get maybe 1 or 2 new connections a week, you send them out the message, and, you know, it's going to accomplish more goals. So what should be in this message? Well, here's kind of what I came up with, and I can send this to anybody who wants to see it. This is just a silly sample, but it just kind of says, hey, thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. Our agency specifically works with Morris County businesses, individuals, you know, offering them auto, home, and business insurance. We offer a very personal, hands-on approach to helping you get insurance. Please feel free to visit our website at bobsinsurance.com or contacting me directly, the phone number, the email, for a free quote or consultation. And then I think the really smart thing to put in this message is the last sentence I have. Please let me know what types of people you're looking to connect with on LinkedIn, and I'll do my best to refer people to you. Very important to kind of have that, I call it the virtual handshake, where you're not just soliciting this guy, you're kind of saying, hey, look, this is what I do. Maybe you need it, maybe you don't. And also, you know, tell me a little bit about you. Who are the people you're looking to connect with? I'm here to help you. And that immediately drops their kind of, this guy's just after something attitude. Now you're networking. So again, this is just something I whipped up in 2 seconds before this webinar. But, you know, I think it's important to have what I call the pre-written message. You get into a habit of connecting with people, you know, obviously tagging them, organizing them, and then sending out this message. And next thing you know, over a year, you know, you sent out 200 or 300 of these. It comes back to help you. It does, because it's touches. And that's the most important part of the industry we're in. How are we touching people? And if we can consistently touch people, you guys know, you know, it's all it takes is maybe a nice little rate increase, and that consumers giving you a call saying, hey, look, you said you specialized in working with businesses of 50 employees. Well, I'm that guy, and I just got a 48% rate increase, and I'm mad. So it's always about touches and doing these little things. This is what equals more traffic. It equals more, it equals more potential results. And again, guys, hopefully you can see the correlation here in today's webinar. One, I'm telling you to send out these pre-written messages. But two, if you don't have your summary and your profile looking good, you're not going to get the results. So they go hand in hand, right? You want to have the profile set up looking good, and then you want to be proactive and drive people because, and let me just rewind, when you send out this message, I guarantee you the person who gets it is going to immediately look at your profile. Absolutely. And that's the whole point. They look at your profile, then they look at your website, and now, now they've taken a look at you. You've gotten their attention. That's always step number one in getting a referral or getting a lead. So, guys, hopefully this was helpful. Again, I tried to keep it quick and to the point because these things are important, but they are, they need to be done at at a very high-end level. So, everyone, hopefully you have a great Memorial Day weekend, and we'll talk next week at the next webinar. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.